Guess who's back? Me! And I'm ready to once again save Mario's reputation, because as you might already know, Mario's not a hero and loves to attack everything that stands in his way. And the thing is, violence is never the answer, which is why I try to beat Mario games without using violence. The rules are simple. We are going to try to beat New Super Mario Bros. Wii on the Wii without attacking anything. We're gonna be a pacifist and refrain from using violence. Will we be able to achieve victory? Well, let's find out. After watching this lovely intro where Princess Peach gets captured and Mario gets visibly upset, we'll start with the first world, and my goal here is to get to the warp cannon that will allow me to skip a bunch of levels. World 1-1 is actually quite simple. I mean, it does feature its fair share of Goombas and Koopa Troopas, but the level is so wide that avoiding them all is actually not a very difficult task. I even managed to get a propeller suit, which will definitely help me out to dodge all of the happy and lovely enemies on the way. 1-2 features a bunch of enemies, but this time this takes place underground and in narrow spaces, so sometimes it's a bit tricky to dodge everything. Thankfully, by being patient and timing all of my jumps right, I was able to get to the end of this one without any issues whatsoever. Oh well, I guess I did lose my propeller suit, so I guess this was an issue, but a very minor one. As you can see, the warp cannon I want to get inside of is right there, and the way to get to it lies here in World 1-3. Just before we get to the final star coin, there's a secret passage up there off screen that I can get into using my pal Yoshi. And well, getting to it gives us access to the warp cannon. Yay! Let's get inside of it. Whoa, wait a minute. No one told me it was gonna be this shaky and scary in here. Ah! Hey, we made it to World 5. That's actually pretty good. And the best thing is that this world also features a warp cannon. But before I get to it, I still have a couple more levels to explore, starting with World 5-1, which featured so many of these long-necked piranha plants that it truly got annoying fast. As I cannot attack these guys, burn, or even freeze them, well, I had to do a bunch of very tricky jumps to dodge them all. This wasn't as easy as I make it seem right now. These guys can be quite the pain in the butt. Thankfully, I still got to the end of the stage. Now the issue is that in order to proceed, I kinda have to visit Mr. Plant over here, and this level wants us to grab all of the blue balloons to then save Toad. Once we get all of the balloons, well, all of those piranha plants disappear. But do they die? Is this violence? Is Mario a bad guy for collecting the balloons, knowing that it's gonna kill all the plants? This is a bit complicated, isn't it? I mean, those plants are gone, but Mario never actually touched them, but also he's the one that collected the balloon that killed them. You know what? This philosophical question is too confusing for me, and I can't give a straight answer, which is why I decided to find another solution. By going back to 5-1 and beating the level a second time, we can get Mr. Plant to move down and the path to slightly change. This allows me to just use the top path and dodge the plant level. Hey, well that's good. No need to wonder if collecting blue balloons is violent now, do we? 5-2 is full of giant wigglers, and we do have to bounce on them from time to time, but as they do not turn red and angry, this definitely doesn't hurt them, so it's not violent at all. 5-Tower is up, and it does feature a few evil dry bones to avoid on the way to the top, but it's not a big deal. What is going to be a bigger issue is the fact that once we get inside of that big red door, we are put face to face with a boss. A boss that we have to fight. A fight that we have to resolve using violence. Ugh. Well, that sucks. We do have to defeat Iggy if we want to clear the stage, and we do have to jump on his head 3 times to do it. This means we now have 3 acts of violence and 1 victim. Hopefully we won't be experiencing this ever again. 5-4 was a quite unpleasant level. It takes place on this raft, and you can only have 5 enemies on it at once, or else it stops moving. That means that I need to defeat some enemies, but obviously I can't do that. Luckily, most of the enemies are either green Koopa Troopas or Goombas, and both these guys will just end up walking off the raft by themselves, clearing up some space for me. Those tiny mini Goombas are super annoying though, as they move left and right and try to jump on you. The only way I found to get rid of these guys is to stand on the very edge of the raft and get them to jump in the poisoned water. This takes a while and it's very annoying to do, but it is possible. Near the end, a bunch of plants do fall on the raft, and these guys won't move out of the way, getting the raft stuck forever. What I ended up doing was to stand on the very right edge of the raft to try to get them to spawn and then fall in the poisoned water directly. This actually worked, and I managed to get to the green pipe of salvation near the end. Whew, that was quite the level. I need to get to this ghost house level if I want to unlock the warp cannon, but this plant is actually blocking my path, forcing me to attempt World 5-5, which was a very simple level that didn't feature a single enemy. No violence had to be done, which makes me happy. I'm also very happy by the fact that I can now go to the ghost house level. 5-Ghost House is not a very challenging level. This one is more of a maze where you have to figure out the correct path to the end. It doesn't actually feature any enemies to beat up, so we're all good. Once we get to this part, we can explore the secret area here to get to the secret exit, which leads us, you guessed it, to the warp cannon. Alright, you know the drill, let's jump into that one and hope it shoots us directly to the credit screen. What? Well, that isn't the ending cutscene, but World 8 is pretty darn close to it. Alright, let's hope to finish this world without being violent. World 8-1 was kind of difficult, with all of the falling boulders from the sky and the lava pillars all over the place. Thankfully, it didn't feature enemies to fight, so I quickly beat it and moved on to 8-2, which features a couple annoying Goombas on these rolling hills. I did manage to dodge them all though. 8-3 featured a bunch of big waves of lava that can one-hit kill us, so I made sure to time my jumps and dodge them all. Those red Koopas were also quite annoying and in my way, but it's okay, I'm getting pretty good at not attacking enemies and dodging them all. Next up is 8-Tower, and this one doesn't feature a single enemy until we get to the top where Kamek awaits us. Once again, 3 acts of violence will need to be done to defeat him, which is definitely something I don't want to do. But you know what? I might not have to do it. I completely forgot that earlier, but there's actually a secret exit in World 8-2 that can allow us to skip most of that world. So you know what? Instead of entering the tower, let's go back to 8-2 this instant. There's actually a hidden path over here, and once we enter that pipe and sprint through that room, well, we will get to the secret exit, which creates a path on the lava. And it looks like we can skip the tower and leave Kamek alone. Good! 8-7 is next, and this one is such a fun level. It takes place on many roller coasters, and you have to dodge all sorts of things on your way to the end. But there's never a single enemy to defeat, so we're all good. Hey, look at this path. It leads us directly to 8-Airship. That's pretty effective. Speaking of, this airship stage is actually not too difficult. It features a bunch of cannonballs and those Mecha Koopas, and although these are all robots, I still didn't jump on a single one. I'm really limiting my violence output. Now, this next part was quite confusing. Bowser Jr. hopped in a Koopa Clown car and was flying over me, which was a bit concerning. He started dropping some metallic spiky balls down there, but I was too busy showing him off my ground pound skills to even notice. And then, I don't know what happened, but the balls kind of bounced back on him, like 3 times, and then he just vanished. I never actually touched the guy or even attacked him, and he just kinda left on his own. Funny how things are, right? Like, I didn't do anything, he just left with his explosive balls. Alright, time to get to the final level, 8-Castle. This one features a bunch of fireballs, fire bars, and other fire things, but nothing that needs to be defeated. Time for Bowser, and the dude stands on this lovely bridge. I'm not fighting the guy as this would be too violent, so I'll just push this button here and see what it does. Huh, well, nothing. But the bridge mysteriously broke down and Bowser fell in the lava. Weird. Wait a minute, he's back and he's a giant now? This is scary. Let's navigate through these floating platforms and dodge the lava and the fireballs to push this big button, and well, it allows us to save the princess. Bowser also mysteriously vanished again. Kinda weird, isn't it? So, is it possible to beat New Super Mario Bros. Wii without using violence? No, it isn't. We did have to beat up one guy, and it's Iggy in World 5-Tower. It took us 3 acts of violence to do so. And well, for Bowser Jr. and Bowser, well, I never actually had to touch these guys and they just kinda died in the battle arena. I have no idea why, but Mario sure as heck didn't do a single act of violence against these two. So hey, only one victim, that's a new record I think. Thanks a lot for watching this video, I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe if you want more, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!